mentioned that in my introduction, to replace a contestant who was kept at bay by distance. Couldn't make the intended trip from Benin to Lagos for this battle in time. And so the contest bids a very respectful, very appreciative farewell to glory. Yes, most certainly. And we hope to see her some other time in the fan battle. Hopefully season 4, depending on how things go. And you never know. You never know what beckons at some stage in this contest. Time will tell. Glory Charles. All right. She was supposed to be the first combatant against Wasiu. Wasiu Olatunji Fowoshere. That's your name, isn't it? Okay. Wasiu is your first name. Olatunji is your other name. Your surname is Fowoshere. You have money in your family, huh?
I'm hoping to make money.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're hoping to make your own money. You don't care about your ancestors' money. All right, I like the sound of that. Wasiu is called Awesome by his friends. He's a young man in his early 30s. He's a risk manager with a bookmaker, winner's bookmaker in Lagos. His global team is AC Milan. His local team is MFM here in Lagos. He resides in an estate in Ikorodu. Yep. And that's the hood he is representing for this contest tonight. On Twitter, he is at Awesome Wasex 1. Is that it? Awesome Wasex or Wasex 1. WASEX. And on Instagram, it's almost an identical Instagram, but without the 1. Awesome Wasex on Instagram. Wasiu, pleasure having you on the fan battle.
Pleasure being here, sir.
How did you qualify?
Through audition.
Okay.
I sent my video in.
Okay.
And I got a message from Odova.
Okay.
That I've been picked for the.
Were you part of the qualifiers last year?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
I was.
How did you finish in the qualifiers?
Second best. There were 3 of us.
Okay.
So the guy that won, I came a close second.
Okay.
And there was the other guy.
So you qualified on 2 fronts because we had brought everybody who finished first and second there, and you also qualified on via the audition. I don't know. It's the producers. I wasn't part of that picking, but I'm sure you probably qualified from both or one at least. I don't know how great your video was, but that's it. However, your opponent on the night is Fabian Emmanuel Ebuka Iwoha. He is popularly referred to or fondly referred to by his friends as Fabian Mars. He is a financial consultant. He supports Barcelona globally and FC Ifeanyi locally. He stays somewhere in Ijae-Ojokoro, which is the local government of residence he's representing. On Twitter, he is at Fabian Mars _Mars. Fabian Mars _Mars. On Instagram, he is Iwoha Iwoha _Emmanuel. Fabian, welcome to the battle.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for honoring us at such short notice. We didn't contact you until past about 5 o'clock or something.
You're correct, sir.
And you had to make a 2-hour journey at short notice to be here right on time for battle number 2.
Yeah, it's the passion for me. So when you need to break through a particular industry, you could do anything to make it. So I felt this was a perfect platform to be here.
You have a gigantic obstacle in the shape of Wasiu, who is a Trojan and a gladiator. Let the battles begin. Gentlemen, you know the rules.
Who goes first?
Well, by the draw, you were supposed to go second. Glory was supposed to go first, and you take her place, so you go first, Fabian. Is that okay by the two of you?
Very well, sir.
Or do you want us to flip it?
No, it's okay by me.
Okay. To flip it, it will require consensus from both of you.
No,
Are we okay?
it's okay by me.
Okay, so particularly okay by Fabian.
Yes, fine.
Yeah. Have you been able to prep? Because we only just gave you the topic a while ago. Unlike, because we had released the topics last night.
Yeah, to be sincere, I have not prepared very well.
Okay.
Like you said, I got the notice just 2 hours. So I just looked at one or two to pull out my point together. So I pray my point to be able to pull me through to the next stage.
We will find out soon enough. So here is the contest for the two of you tonight. The topic at issue relates, pardon me, I'm just calling up my repertoire. Okay, good. So the topic is about the International Football Association Board permanently approving 5 substitutions as a rule for all levels of competitive football. The news just broke yesterday or so. Yeah. Yep. That from now on, the 5 substitutions rule for all levels of competitive football is in play. Question: is this a good decision? We put this into a blind poll yesterday between Wasiu and Glory. Fabian, you carry Glory's baggage and luggage, load, and whatever sweetness comes with it. So, Glory had picked that it is not a good decision, which is the decision you are defending. Are we correct?
Yeah, I'm clear.
Wasiu thinks it is a good decision. So, the decision of the International Football Association Board to permanently approve the 5 substitutions rule for all levels of competitive football. Is it a good decision? Fabian says it is not. I will give him one opening minute to tell us why you think it's a bad decision. Your time, Fabian, starts right now.
Yeah, good evening, Nigerians. I think that decision is a wrong one because looking at when it all started in 2020, it was due to the COVID-19 pandemic. That was why they introduced the 5 sub. So now we're in 2022. I don't see a reason why you should bring in 5 substitution because it's not needed now. There's no conjunction of fixtures for the players to play. So I don't see a reason why they should do that. It destructs the dynamics of the game, you understand? And players won't fit into the dynamics of the coach because sometimes when the lesser team play against the bigger teams, tactics come into play. So when you have 5 sub in the second half or in the first half, the lesser or the average opposition does not have any chance to do any magic anymore. The tactics of the coach won't come into play because you have a star-studded team already. So I feel it's all against the lesser club, and it's also not in favor of the lesser players in coach. That's what I feel. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You've rounded off your conversation and giving us enough time. I think it deserves some applause. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. Wasiu, it's time for you to make your point, your opening remarks. Why you think this is a good development, it's a good idea for football to now have 5 substitutions permanently. Are you ready to go?
Yes, sir.
Would like to hear you. You have 1 minute and your clock begins to tick now.
Thank you very much. Good evening, Nigeria. I believe it is a right decision because the Premier League this season decided not to use 5 substitutions, and other top 5 leagues decided to use 5 substitutions. Now let's just oppose it. This Premier League has 47% more muscle injuries than any other league in Europe. Compared to any other league or previous season, this is the highest. Also, the Premier League has 659 injuries. Compared to any other league, this is the highest. Compared to any other season in the Premier League, this is also the highest. And why was this introduced? To protect the players from fatigue and injury. So those that used it have justified that it reduces the risk, while the Premier League that did not have justified that it actually increases the league by not using 5 substitutions. That's my submission. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You have made it with time to spare, and we appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, arguments recorded. It's time to go head to head and drive your points home as strongly as possible. Remember, however, you give each other, thank you very much, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Remember to allow each other to make sense. If you clutter the debate to a point where nobody can hear you, then you are left with no argument. And I will not stand for it. I will stop it. I may reduce your 2 minutes if I cannot make you allow each other talk. Is that clear?
Very well, sir.
All right. So, for 2 minutes, don't forget, it is Fabian who says it's a bad idea. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Right? It's a bad idea to change substitutions in football permanently to 5 for all competitions. And Wasiu, who says it is actually a good idea. Follow us on Facebook. The live stream of this broadcast is live there. Nigeria Info 99.3. You will get to vote soon. The voting portal may be open, but hang on for the head-to-head before you start voting. Know where these 2 gentlemen are going before you decide for the one or the other. Okay? Also on Twitter, at Nigeria Info FM, you can vote for both of them. Our live YouTube stream is embedded there. You can follow through and vote for these 2 fine gentlemen. Before that, though, we'll come to the phone lines. 7 individuals will determine the fate of either Fabian or Wasiu. And then, of course, the panel will follow. So for 2 minutes, gentlemen, hopefully 2 minutes at a minimum, depending on how you do. If I have the need to, I will add to it. But I'd like to hear what you guys do head to head as you argue out your points. Your time starts right now.
Okay, you said it does not favor the small team. Does it not, though? Let's look at the Bundesliga this season. The top 4 teams in the Bundesliga averaged 4.03 substitutions per game, while the bottom 4 averaged 4.59 substitutions per game. That justifies that it is the small teams that uses it more. You may say this does hold on. You may say this does not work in the Premier League.
June.
In 2020, Brighton
Manchester
used
United
more,
against Norwich.
Hold on, Brighton used more substitutions.
Igalo scored the first goal
in 8 matches, more than any other team. That's 8 substitutions, more than any other team. Followed by Liverpool, who used just 7.
They had squad depth.
Followed by Bournemouth and Norwich, who used 6. The smaller teams use it more.
They brought the hyper player and
to prove otherwise.
They won the game. Now, looking at the star-studded team of Man United in 2020, it was not the magical players that even won the game for them. It was
the same 2020 Brighton used the 5 substitutions
against Southampton. Against Southampton,
Bournemouth and Norwich used it 6 times, which shows that these are the teams that needed it more.
Man City had a larger squad depth than Southampton.
But they used the 5 substitutions only 4 times.
They were even winning.
They have the larger squad. But why were they not using it if it gives them the advantage?
Pep introduced 5 sub and they won that game by
they
4
used
goals to
5
1.
subs only 4 times.
About.
Bournemouth
don't
used
have an
5
advantage.
subs 6
Now
times.
you're talking
Norwich
about English
used 5
team.
subs 6
Now
times.
this rule does not
Brighton
go
used
down to
5
only
subs
English
8
team.
times.
We are talking about all the old
and I already gave you the example
I'm
of the
talking about here.
Bundesliga. The top 4 teams used the 5 substitutions.
Now let me tell you.
4.03
Now
times.
let me tell you. I feel this is IFAB and FIFA creating an excuse to get
But give
more
us
games.
points to prove it.
These players
I
are
already
complaining
told you
that
the
they have
stats
so many
shows
games to play.
otherwise.
Now you are creating rules to accommodate your.
All right. Thank you very much. I'm going to, in the tradition of all the battles so far, I'll give you 1 more minute to drive home your point, after which we'll close it. It starts now.
Like I was saying, this is IFAB and FIFA trying to buy time for more games. You have the Champions League already, you have the Europa League already. Now they are already proposing a 48 numbers of team in the World Cup. They are already proposing a league format for the Champions League. You know, this is FIFA trying to make excuses to bring more games. So I don't feel it's a good idea introducing 5 sub. It kills the dynamic of the game.
It's head to head, Wasiu.
So
Okay.
it kills the
You
facts of the
already
game.
now you have shot yourself in the foot. You said there is no more congestion in
Yes, there's
football,
no congestion.
but you are telling me they are creating more matches.
2020,
Hold on.
we had
The
we
UEFA
had
Nations
clubs,
League is
we
going
had-
on
we
at the
had
moment.
UEFA
Why
trying
are
to
the big
rush the
teams
game
not
so that
using
they
all
can
their
begin the new
players?
season. That was
It
why
is
they introduced
because
five
the
sub.
fixtures congestion is killing
There
the
is no
players.
fixture congestion
This
in
player-
2022.
It is.
There's no
Okay,
need for
why
five
are the
sub.
big teams not using their players? They are resting the
Even-
players
even-
because
even
the
the-
players have been overused
Even the
already.
bigger clubs are
So
going
you're
against
telling
it.
me now
Klopp
that
is going against it.
Klopp
Players
has
are
never gone against
Top
it.
players are
Klopp
going
is
against it.
#1 supporter
So I don't-
of this idea, and I can prove it.
It's a lie.
All
I don't
right.
think so.
All right. All right. That was feisty. It's interesting. So, thank you very much, gentlemen. Now, this is where I now give you a minute each of uninterrupted time to drive your point home. A minute each. Are you ready? Right? Make your point clear. Make it concise. He goes first. Fabian, are you ready? Your minute starts right now.
So looking at this logically, I think this is IFAB trying to give excuse for this club and football teams, because I don't see the need for you to create 5 sub, because we don't have any conjecture. Even when the World Cup will be played, they will pause the leagues for the World Cup to take place. I don't see any reason for you to introduce 5 sub. I think IFAB are being selfish right now. They're not putting the clubs and the player into consideration. So I don't buy the idea. And it's not in favor of the lesser club. It favors the bigger club who have squad depth. So if a Norwich is playing against a Man City, for instance, Norwich does not have any power sub to change the game. So tactics will win them the game. So if you bring 5 sub, if a Pep introduces 5 quality players on the second half, it is done. Tactics cannot even win them game anymore, because they have squad depth to attack any team and to kill them and to take them to the wire. So I don't think the 5 sub rule should play. The 3 sub still stands for me. That's what I feel. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You've made your point known, and I think you deserve some applause for that. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Wasiu, you have 1 minute of rebuttal to drive your own point home and tell us why indeed you feel that this is a good decision to leave 5 teams. I'll set your clock to start now.
Okay, I repeat, in the Bundesliga, the smaller teams used the 5 substitutions more. And fact proves that the last 9 games of 2020, the smaller teams used the 5 substitutions more. So instead of going to that, I'll go to other points. Number 1 point is, this gives the smaller players, the younger players, the time to play. Also, squad rotation that keeps the players fit. Also, these players came out before 2020 that they are not being considered anymore. Now, in consideration of that, they were given the chance to be rotated, so the players can keep fit and they can prosecute more games. The World Cup is coming, like you said. You said there is no fixtures congestion, but the World Cup is coming. The players need to keep fit. So this is the only way the players can keep fit. Aside that, the quality of the game, because you can bring in more players, the quality of the game will stay fresh till the end of the match. Unlike when you are only bringing in 3 players and you can be forced to make a substitution or 2 in the first half.
Thank you.
That's my submission. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And so the battle is over. It is now decision time. We will save time by going quickly to the phone lines. Twitter, Facebook, get ready to vote. We are looking for 7 votes via the phone lines to determine who takes all 20 marks via phone votes.
Yeah.
Tony, are we good to go?
Yeah, I mean, just to say, when you call, all right, just let us know who gets it for you, all right, so we can move pretty fast. All right?
Please, because of time, let's pack it quickly.
Yeah.
Okay. The numbers, by the way, 0700 993 993 993 0700 993 993 993. That's for the gentlemen, general. For the ladies only line, 01 465 7190. 01 465 7190. Are you ready to do this? Let's see who our first voter is. Hello, good evening to you.
Oh, good evening, Oga Femi.
Good evening and welcome.
Yeah, this Friday from Gueleri.
Welcome, Friday.
Oga, because of time, this is just too close. Though. This is not what we said yesterday. I'm telling you, I don't even know who to vote for, but I will still go for Fabian. But both of them are winners. Anyway,
thank you very much. I appreciate your vote, Friday. Thank you. Hi there. Talk to me.
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
Yes, my name is Victor, calling from Ibenjuleke.
Welcome, Victor.
I think I'll go with Fabian. Why I go with Fabian is the option of 5 players is not correct, because looking at that game against Manchester City and West Ham, the second leg, assuming it was 5 substitutes, Guardiola would have won the game with 3 points. But because of tactics, West Ham was able to draw the game, and that is my option. And I think it will favor the bigger team, and it's a problem for the lesser team.
Thank you very much for voting. 2 votes for Fabian. Hello, good evening. Hello, how are you doing?
I'm okay, Angie.
I'm good. Let's meet you.
I'm calling you to vote for Wasiu.
Okay.
Your name?
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Mojisola. I'm calling from Ilorin.
Okay, from Ilorin. That's excellent. Are you listening to us via the Nigeria Info app?
Yeah, actually, I am.
Thank you very, very much. Appreciate your vote. All right. Thank you. Hi there. Good evening and welcome. Yes, please.
My name is Robert.
Okay, welcome, Robert.
I am voting for Fabian.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So at this point, let's see who the next voter will be. Will it end it? Fabian has 3, Wasiu 1. Hi there. Hello, good evening. Nobody on that line. Let's move on. Hello, good evening. What's your name? How do you vote?
My name is Olayemi Adeniran Islam.
Okay.
I'm voting in favor of Wasiu because...
Wasiu, let's leave it at that. We have your vote. We'll take a break and we'll be back.
We bring it all on the table. Only on your #1 station for talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Been disconnected because you didn't link your national identification number to your MTN number? Don't worry. If you already have your NIN, here are 5 ways to reconnect. 1. Dial *785#. 2. Text your national identification number NIN to 785. 3. Chat with Ziggy on WhatsApp number +234 9033 000001. 4. Visit my MTN NG app. Or 5. Visit www.mtn.ng. If you don't have a national identification number, just walk into any MTN store or NIMSI center near you or visit the MTN website to book an appointment. What are we doing today?
Hey, Alpha now. You start your day like this. Everything is going well until the unexpected happens. Then, hey, the bass boss begin. If you get our Flexi Comprehensive Motor Insurance Plan, you can save yourself and the painful cost of repairing the damage to your vehicle for as low as 15,000 naira a year. If someone bashes your car, we pay to get it fixed. Visit www.hairsinsurance.com or call 0700 434 7764 to get the Hairs Flexi Motor Plan. Hairs Insurance, your simple, smart protection.
Plenty people they do business, but not be everybody mean business. The people wey mean business, they no they ever say no to money, cash, card, or even transfer. These kind ones, any business opportunity, then they grab up with the full chest. And then they chook eye only on top of this way make sense. Like the people, cash flow, and how every other thing take the complete. Not be say them only know what thing that they do. They know their numbers and the mean business. With the number, you mean business. Enter our website will be www.number.com to take it for start.
I find the strength I need every time that I look into your eyes. And when the night comes, you hold me in your arms and you say, I'll never let you go, my sweet baby. You'll never let me down. No matter what I do, you love me unconditionally. You show up for me every day, no matter when I show you.
A mother's love is unconditional. Nothing serves this love better than a bowl of Indomie. So, show some love with Indomie.
Wondered how luxury feels like? Try the Amari Grandeur, a luxurious 5-bedroom semi-detached duplex designed with exotic lifestyle in mind.
Imagine waking up to the sounds of nature, walking into the fully equipped gym while your kids experience happiness on the playground. Imagine smart living and quality family time.
Close to the Novari Mall, Green Spring School, and many more. With 7 million naira initial deposit and a 12-month payment plan, the Amari Grandeur has your name on it. Visit www.theamari.com or call 0812-674-6450 or 0816-761-2497.
Wake up at 4, on the road at 5, face the bus at 8, hustle all day till 5, and back on the road again. Then traffic, and even more traffic. Man's got to hustle, and a babe has got to keep her head up. Bills must be paid. But wait a minute. You know, say wahala no dey finish. And that's why I'd ask, what's your whiskey brand? For me, it's Cubana Whiskey. So while you follow your heart and bravely go for your dreams, take a break and pour yourself a glass of Cubana Whiskey. Because you deserve the best, and everything go dey alright. Last.
Cubana Whiskey is a product of MP Masterpiece Limited and registered with NAFDAC. Not for pregnant women and persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
Mini-me noodles, taste the fun. Mini-me noodles, I really love it so. It's tasty and yummy. Tasty and yummy. Taste the fun. Taste the fun. Call all your friends now. Call all your friends now. Enjoy your Mini-me noodles. Mini-me noodles. Taste the fun. Mini-me noodles. I really love it so. Mini-me noodles.
Mini-me, taste the fun.
Wake up! Dad, wake up! Wake up! Conga is here!
Enjoy the Conga Media Shopping Festival deals and free delivery in Lagos, Abuja, Abuja and Port Harcourt, plus a 10% discount when you pay with your Access Bank card from now to the 30th of June. Conga, the e-commerce group you trust.
Many people are in business, but not everyone means business. The people who mean business never say no to money, cash, card, or transfer. These ones grab business opportunities with their full chest. Keep an eye on things that matter, like people, cash flow, and how it all adds up. They do not only know their onions, they know their numbers. They mean business. With Number, you mean business. Visit www.number.com, that is NOMBA, number.com to get started.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Stay one step ahead with the latest news and trending conversations here on 93 Nigeria Info.
Don't tell people you've added weight. Why are you losing weight?
Yeah.
You eating. No, it's not your business.
That money, the pass is good. Finally.
We should be patient and pray to God that God is going to answer our prayer.
Please, this is not all about prayer. It's not like everything is not prayer. That is Nigerian mentality. If you're not finding happiness in your home, you pray.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Hi, I'm Fabian. For the last dozen years of my media career, I've dedicated myself to raising an army, a big sport broadcast army, made up of individuals who've gone from being just fans of the game to giants of the sport broadcast landscape. It's been my pride, privilege, and honor, but my job is not done. Time to raise a new army, the next generation. Join me and my team, Femi and the gang, from 7 to 9 p.m. Mondays to Friday on 99.3 Nigeria Info for the third and biggest season of the Fan Battle. Starting Monday, June 13 to Friday, July 15. 1 million naira grand prize, a seat at the table, and you get to be part of it all. Catch the Fan Battle in football's hottest war zone, live on radio, also on the Nigeria Info app and our Facebook and YouTube live streams. For sponsorship support and advertising, call 0808 50 280 or 0809 303 1103. The Fan Battle Season 3. Let the battle begin.
Hi, my name is Rakia Yusuf, your favorite TV girl Mimi. Keep listening to Femi and the gang.
Welcome back as we close out the battle for day 2 of Fan Battle Season 3. 4 battles already done before we took that break, which is our last before we say bye-bye. We're trying to figure out who of the 2 contestants, Fabian and Wasiu, won the votes of the home audience listening via radio and voting via phone calls. As at last count, 5 individuals had voted, 3 for Fabian and 2 for Wasiu. We go to voter number 6 on the line, 0700 993 993 993, and for the ladies only line, 01465 7190. The next vote could be the last if it goes Fabian's way. But we might do a tiebreaker for vote number 7 if Wasiu takes this next vote. So your vote is of serious consequence. Let's find out who you are. Hi there. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening and welcome. We need to hear you. If you could just project a little more.
My name is Frank.
Welcome, Frank. How are you? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Ogun State.
Ogun State.
Yes.
All right. Excellent. You heard the debate.
Yes.
Who won your vote?
Go with Fabian.
You go with Fabian.
Yes.
Is that correct? Okay. Thank you very much. We heard you. The line wasn't very clear, but that was enough. And that is enough to swing the caller vote in Fabian's direction. So by a vote of 4-2, because the seventh and final vote will be inconsequential, we'll move on from it. 20 marks, 20% of the votes to Fabian. And now we go to the panel. Social media, get ready. If you haven't voted, vote now. We have just a little time. Let's see how much time you have on Twitter. I suppose, do we have final results? No, I think that vote is still on Twitter. You probably have a couple more minutes. Let us see. Is that Twitter? That's Facebook. Let's go back to Twitter. Twitter, you still have a couple minutes left. We will come to you. And then we will decide finally. Gentlemen and lady, how do you vote? Who went first earlier on? Who wants to go first this time? Who wants to go first? Okay. In view of our time, we'll keep our comment as brief as we can. But again, we have to impact these individuals, so it's a learning curve for them. So, yeah. Tony, you want to go first?
Yeah, just pretty quick. I feel for Fabian, all right, and this is a really, good conversation, good argument, which needed two people to, have really done their homework. But I mean, it was very obvious that one had done more than the other, and that's Wasiu. It was very clear that he had, prepared, put his numbers together, his findings and all of that, and he was, for me, head and shoulder above Fabian. I'm a bit starstruck with what happened via the phone lines. Maybe some of the callers got it twisted. On the flip side, I mean, Fabian was also contradicting himself at a particular time when he was talking about fixture congestion and the fact that FIFA are bringing in more games, and I was like, well, that shouldn't be, what you should be saying. So yeah, he contradicted himself at that point. But he made some points also. I think it's important we reckon that he talked about the issue of not favoring teams with smaller squads. I think that was something. I felt he could have done more with it. And then he also made point about, hey, this was influenced by COVID in the first place. Has COVID gone? No, it has not. So if you say it was influenced by COVID, now it's 2022, why are we going that way? The fact is that, hey, COVID is still here. All right, so that point there, annoyed. Unfortunately, Wasiu didn't pick on that. But Wasiu was also able to pick on some important, points that he raised. He talked about, figures as regards the muscle injury in the Premier League. That was really good. But I needed Wasiu to also have done more. There were teams who at various points this season had 30 cases of injuries. 20. Real Madrid at some point early in the season had over 15 cases of injuries. The issue of congestion could have also, done better, because, hey, listen, congestion will not stop. In fact, we will have more and more coming. So, but Wasiu on the scale, on the balance, really was more composed. He also, in terms of his voice delivery, I think Fabian was jittery. He was jittery, and I think I'll just go for Wasiu. Yeah, Wasiu gets it for me.
So Wasiu takes Tony's vote. I would, on behalf, and very strong arguments there, and very strong points noted. Just a tad disagreement. I'm sure you meant to put it some other way, because the audience might, take it somewhat. I'm not sure the audience got it twisted. I think the audience voted who they wanted to vote. Maybe they had their reasons for voting that way, like we also have there. But I know that there's a possibility that some people might feel that didn't play out well with them. I know what you mean, because we have our own lingo.
Absolutely.
We talk. But just for those who don't fancy it. It is not from a position of negligence or
unawareness,
or belittling and all of that. So I mean, what Tony, I'm sure, was saying was that he probably does not agree with certain. Is that? Am I?
Yeah.
I mean, you are here. You are alive. So.
You were trying to be my Van Dyke, so I was just watching really, but I mean, wasn't particularly me probably trying to cast aspersions, but I was trying to get into their heads, and maybe there was a mix-up somewhere, maybe in terms of the identity. All right, because these are potential flips that could happen. So
So that's what it means. It probably, maybe it feels perhaps maybe a switch of who they wanted to vote for. But I think at this level their voices are pretty. There's this gulf between their voices. One has a more baritone than the other, and all of that. But again, you never know. We've had those kind of instances before where somebody wanted to vote and they couldn't even tell who was who, and we had to help them out. So on that strength, but I think I will trust the judgment of the people who voted. All right, judges, Ada and Sam, who wants to go next? Anybody who has a contrary opinion to Tony's?
Well, let me go.
Okay.
It was keenly contested. Fabian, I must commend you. I just a short notice, you were still able to muster some courage, and then you came here and delivered your goods. But it would appear that you lack points a bit. Wasiu had more points, and he found a way to deliver the soccer punch. However, Wasiu, you are pro 3-man substitute, right? I expected you to pro 5-man, not you now, Fabian. You are you're against the 5-man subs. I expected you to. There are two managers that were very vehement about the 5-man substitution not being brought this season, but none of them actually used 5-man substitution. I was watching, I followed City and Liverpool. They will come to pressers, they will cry that their players have been stretched to the bare bones, but none of them used it. That was, if you're clamoring for these substitutions as a coach, as a manager that work with these players in and out, then why on match days, why do you use 2? Especially Pep Guardiola does that a lot. Why do you use 2, and then what is the point of clamoring for 5-man substitute? But they will come to pressers and cry like, but you didn't capitalize on that. Maybe at the short notice as well, you didn't do your research basically. So, but I like the fact that both of you, all of the contestants tonight have been confident. None of them have lost a point and forgot what they wanted to say. So I think Wasiu, there's a gulf in the level of preparations. Yeah, so I think Wasiu will have to take my vote.
So Wasiu takes Ada's vote, and that brings his total to 40% of the votes against Fabian's 20%. Sam, do you widen the gulf?
Without further ado, I think my compatriots have said enough as to the pros and cons for these guys. Just to point out what I picked up, too much. Your intro was good. It was well backed up with stats. Some of those, again, I'm not one with stats. I now know some of those things. And again, there was too much hammering on one particular point, which was the smaller teams. It gets to favor the smaller teams by you, Wasiu. I thought you'd said that one too many times, and it became redundant to me. And then you also gave something quite touching as to the quality of the game. It stays fresh when you have substitutes come on. Players are not jaded and all that. I thought that was also good. For Fabian, again, I don't want to make too much of the preparation stuff. It was obvious it did affect your composure and performance on that. You said something about COVID instance. Yes, we know that, but again, you didn't quite convince me with that. You also said something about lesser teams not convincing.
Smaller teams.
You didn't
not
quite
convince
me with that particular point. I didn't know where you were swinging with that. Squad depth versus tactics. You were also struggling to make clear that point as to where you wanted. Fixture congestion, like Tony said. I mean, for what you picked, it was actually you shooting yourself in the foot with that. The World Cup, like he went on to say, actually builds that point in his favor, not yours. So that being said, I think Wasiu also gets my vote.
So Wasiu takes Sam's vote, and that for a total of 60% of the votes for Wasiu, 20 to Fabian. We'll quickly go to social media to see how they vote. I believe Wasiu has crossed the threshold, 60% votes. But it'll be interesting to see how social media votes. Could we start with Twitter?
Well, Femi, on Twitter, Fabian amassed 37.2%.
There are still 4 minutes of voting left, but we don't have that luxury of waiting. So at this point, as it stands,
Wasiu with 37.2%, and Fabian now. And Fabian with 37.2%.
Fabian with 37.2.
All right, and Wasiu with 62.8.
So Wasiu takes Twitter.
Absolutely.
Takes his haul to 70. Okay, let's go to Facebook. Do we have a final result?
No, we don't yet.
We don't have.
Yet.
We'll share with you once we have it. But it is safe to say that the jury is out. And Wasiu, you've won this contest. Congratulations. You had one job to do and you did it well. You were well prepped. You marshaled your points effectively. I also appreciated your rebuttals. It shows that you were paying attention to what the opponent was saying. In a debate, some people do not pay adequate attention. So you were quick to pick on opportunities from his own lines, and you used it to good effect. I also liked the fact that you literally had fine command, even though your voice quality before the microphone, voice texture, not quality, voice texture. Fabian has an advantage in terms of
projection.
Deeper voice, the same way as Tony has an advantage in that regard over me. And over Sam and over.
I knew that was coming.
So, but I'm really proud. Which means I'll be seeing you in the round of 24 as you join Molat, as you join Femi the pundit. So congratulations to you. Thank you. You may step aside now. Your job is done. Okay. Well, let's say.
Okay, I would like to appreciate the senior colleagues in the studio. I appreciate the vote. Appreciate the vote of confidence, and I appreciate the constructive criticisms also. Also, Nigerians, I appreciate you for voting for me. The calls, I did not do enough to convince you this time, but I promise you, Eleyi will do better next time. Thank you very much, everyone.
Nice one. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Wasiu.
Just having to confirm the Facebook vote. Okay. Also a clean sweep for Wasiu.
Okay. By what percentage?
70.
70.
70 to 30.
So 30.
Yeah.
Okay. Congratulations, Wasiu. And this is where the tough decisions get to be made. Could somebody please call in Prosper to join us? Prosper. Yep. Prosper to join us in the studio as we make a decision. Prosper, slide to your left. Don't slide right because we are live on video, on visuals. Yes. Please sit down. All right. Before we come to Prosper and Fabian, we have to decide who was more impressive of the two winners on the night. We saw Femi on the night, and we saw Wasiu. Gentlemen and ladies, you have to vote. Who tops your bill for tonight's battle of the two winners. Sam, maybe it's time to start with you.
Yeah. Tough. Very, very tough. So I'm not just going to explain too much because of time again. Wow. I would say Femi.
Femi topped
Yeah,
it
I'd say Femi.
for you. Okay. Tony?
Tops it in terms of the general.
General, of the two of them, who impressed you more on the night? Because whoever you pick, gentlemen, will top this group. And it will affect their fixtures in the next round.
Wow. Well, Femi too. Femi too for me.
Femi for you.
Yeah.
Ada?
I picked Prosper. Impressed me. And social media also has had my back.
No, yeah. I know you picked Prosper. You were particularly impressed with Prosper.
Yeah.
But Prosper is not
The winner.
one of the two
Okay,
winners.
okay, Wasiu and Femi.
Wasiu and Femi.
I think Wasiu, because that Femi's topic is relatable, stats and data. But that of Wasiu, there's a little bit of a paucity of points, but he was still able to just get. I think Wasiu basically impressed me on the night.
Gentlemen, did you feel that Fabian probably had less possible points to work with than Fabian? Did anybody feel like that?
Slightly. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are some topics where,
it's one-sided.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
No, but
agree.
you know, for arguments like this, you know, you need time.
Yes,
and,
certainly.
And once you have time,
you can make magic.
You can make magic, you know.
And that was one thing, one luxury Fabian didn't possess.
Didn't have.
And then the rebuttals will come to fore.
Yeah.
If you can't find your own point, then the rebuttals, looking for loopholes, but what your opponent said.
Yeah, but
then you turn it to your favor.
you must have a very good understanding of the topic.
Okay.
To identify a loophole and take advantage.
All right.
So Fabian didn't particularly have that.
Okay. So by a vote of 2-1, Femi tops this group.
Okay.
Wasiu is second in Group B. And now to decide who we keep in the battle and who we say farewell for now to. I think because I have a fair idea of where Ada's vote is, I would like to start with you.
Yeah, Prosper.
Prosper.
Should be kept, yeah.
Prosper.
Yeah.
They're keeping Prosper.
Yeah.
All right. Gentlemen, how do you vote? It's down to Sam and Tony. So, who wants to go first?
Odukwa risky.
You know.
So they know the head they are coming from.
Yeah. Honestly, Femi, I'm tempted to go against, my professionalism. You know, I'm really tempted because of certain situations and context.
Okay.
But this is a show, and the truth is we want to put our best foot forward, and that's why I'll tilt for Prosper.
Okay.
But on another day, maybe I would have gone for Fabian because, the
circumstances. It was at a clear disadvantage.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I don't know, but I would speak to you, Fabian, much later, and I'll do something for you on the flip side, just to encourage you. It's a heart like yours are the ones who get the big things, who try to break through even when it's not so comfortable. So yeah, Prosper gets it for me.
I like the sound of that. Do you concur, Sam?
Yes, I do. And as much as we want to talk about the circumstances surrounding Fabian's competing tonight, I also think I don't want to water down what Prosper's done tonight. He looks like, other than Femi on another day, he could possibly win a battle against any other contestant. So I think it's pretty obvious for me that Prosper gets it.
We'll keep Prosper in the contest. Congratulations, Prosper. You will progress as the third place finisher. You will meet whoever finished first. I think in Group A, good luck to that person. It will be an interesting battle, actually. But, sometimes it is like this. So congratulations. Congratulations. You have anything to say before we let you go?
Yeah, I have something to say. I think I appreciate. I was listening outside, so
Mhm.
I appreciate what.
Move closer
what-
to the mic.
Okay.
All right.
I appreciate what he did. It was very interesting, and it shows he has a large heart,
Mm.
and he's well grounded in football. So I think he did very well, and I would like to see him next time too.
All right, Fabian, you came. You fell short by a bit, but considering all the circumstances, you can be proud. What do you make of it all?
I feel happy. So many things hindered my progress because I got the topic almost 5 o'clock. So practically, it's the.
And you had to go against somebody who had the topic last night.
Exactly. So
Mhm.
I was like, can I put this through? Because I saw it was a topic that needed grounded knowledge. You
Mhm.
need to get facts and figures to back up your argument. And the time to source all that information was
not there.
limited. So I was trying to beat time to be here. So I was kind of emotionally tied
Mhm.
on what to do and what not to do. So I felt like, let me give it a shot to see if I can pull it through. But it didn't work out. Obviously, like you said, like the guy said, had the topic was against me. So if it was me in Wasiu's position, I feel I would do better, because even without sourcing for information, I would have had enough points to put through. But the topic was against me, and time was against me as well.
That's the battle for the night. And I'm looking forward to working with you in the future. And there could be opportunities.
Absolutely.
If wild card opportunities
I was going to say that.
present themselves.
Absolutely.
For you to, we could still yet
Bring
see
you
you back.
Absolutely.
Here. For now, your battle ends here tonight. But by no means the end of opportunities available to you. So just for the meantime, I would say my farewell as I hope that opportunity will come to work with you again. It's been a pleasure seeing you, and it's been a pleasure being with you here for the night. I wish you all the best as you progress, and we'll see how it goes. We'll take it from there. Okay?
Okay, thanks, sir.
Thanks for coming, brother.
You're welcome, sir.
Thanks for coming, brother. That's the show tonight as we bid bye-bye to these fine men. We'll see you again tomorrow night, 7 p.m. on the dot. Keep that date with us, and we'll take it all the way to 9 p.m., if that is okay by you. On behalf of all of us here, good night and God bless.